Last thing, you gonna support her album in some way?
For sure, it's hard. She's gonna do a big one too.
Family, you are not going to believe what just happened. After months of tension, rumors, and back-and-forth drama between Cardi B and Offset, the unexpected has finally unfolded. Offset has broken his silence and shocked the world by announcing that he will be supporting his ex-wife Cardi B's upcoming album, titled Am I the Drama? Yes, you heard that right. Offset didn't just acknowledge it, he praised it, calling the project hard and saying Cardi is about to do her big one. This is a twist nobody saw coming, so wait and watch the clip to see exactly what went down.
So last thing, you gonna support her album in some way?
For sure, it's hard. She's gonna do a big one too.
Hey, I love to hear it, man. Hey, and thank you for your time. You're a real good dude, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. Your kid's gonna have both their parents nominated for Album of the Year.
For sure.
They're crazy.
W's.
You guys gonna go up against each other, maybe?
Never, no.
But maybe, oh yeah, never, right.
I just want all peace, man, all for us to win. Everybody gotta win. We got kids to take care of, we got to catch the dubs, man.
Totally. In some way?
For sure, it's hard. She's gonna do a big one too.
Hey, I love to hear it, man. Hey, and thank you for your time. You're a real good dude, man.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Oh, by the way, you said you need an extra camera guy.
Yeah, come on to the show.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you with somebody that's with me right now so we can line it up.
You need me, like, what do you need me to do on?
I just need you to catch that BTS, man, you know what I mean? Then catch your boy on the stage going crazy. You know what I mean?
That would be epic, bro.
Exclusive.
That would be epic. All right. We're gonna do it. Cheers.
I have so many kids. Like, Lord, please control me.
But before we dive deep into this shocking revelation, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because family, the tea is boiling hot, and you don't want to miss a single drop. We're bringing you all the updates, all the behind-the-scenes details, and every hidden truth about Cardi B, Offset, and the roller coaster drama that never seems to end. Now let's rewind for a moment. Offset and Cardi B's relationship has been one of the most talked about sagas in hip-hop history. From whirlwind romance, marriage, kids, infidelity rumors, breakups, makeups, and eventually separation, the world has watched every high and low play out like a blockbuster movie. And through it all, one thing was certain. Offset was never shy about throwing jabs when he felt disrespected. So when he stepped forward this time, not to troll, not to shade, but to uplift Cardi's artistry, it left fans absolutely stunned. Offset said, "That shit hard, she's gonna do her big one too." Words of encouragement, not rivalry. Family, let's be honest. When was the last time we saw Offset in this light? Supportive, respectful, almost proud? It gets even more interesting. Offset also clarified that he doesn't want to compete with Cardi for the #1 spot for Album of the Year. He said his wish is not to battle his ex-wife on the charts, but to simply stand behind her. And if you've followed the hip-hop world for long, you know competition is the heartbeat of the culture. Everyone wants the crown. Everyone wants the title. But Offset? He's stepping aside, at least this time, to let Cardi shine. This moment raises big questions. Is Offset finally showing maturity after years of messy public drama? Is this his way of extending an olive branch? Or is this another chapter in their complicated story? A move that has layers we haven't fully uncovered yet? Because family, in the world of celebrity relationships, nothing is ever as simple as it seems. Fans have already started reacting online. Some are applauding Offset for finally giving Cardi the flowers she deserves, while others are skeptical, saying this is just another strategy for clout. But one thing is undeniable. His words have shifted the narrative, at least for now. Let's not forget, Cardi B's Am I the Drama? Is one of the most highly anticipated albums in recent memory. After years of teasing, delays, and constant speculation, the world is ready to see what Cardi has been cooking up. And now, with Offset publicly backing it, the project has even more eyes on it. And here's where it gets really juicy. Some fans are wondering, does Offset's support mean there's still a deeper connection between the two? After all, exes don't usually hype each other up this way, especially not when there's been so much pain and betrayal in the past. Could this be the start of a new chapter? Or is Offset just trying to control the narrative? Family, this is just the beginning. We're about to dig into what this means for Cardi, what it means for Offset, and what it means for hip-hop as a whole. Because trust me, this one statement could reshape the way both of their stories unfold from here. Stay locked in, because the twists and turns are only just getting started. So how did Cardi B take Offset's words? Family, this is where things get spicy. Cardi has been locked in, focused on her upcoming album rollout, and she hasn't directly addressed Offset's comments just yet. But if you know Cardi, you know her silence speaks volumes. Cardi is someone who claps back immediately when she feels disrespected, so the fact that she hasn't thrown shade tells us one thing. She heard what he said, and she might not be mad at it. Let's remember Cardi has said in past interviews that regardless of what goes down between her and Offset, she still values him as the father of her children. So could this be why she's letting his comments slide? Maybe she sees his support as genuine. Or maybe, family, she knows how to use this moment to her advantage. Because one thing Cardi understands is the power of public narrative. Fans online are split down the middle. Some are praising Offset for finally showing respect and maturity, with one fan writing, "This is the first time I've seen Offset act like a grown man about Cardi. He deserves credit for this." Meanwhile, others are more suspicious, calling this a calculated move to stay in Cardi's spotlight. And let's be honest, this isn't the first time Offset has made headlines for his connection to Cardi, even after their split. Whether it was trolling her, hinting at her relationships, or clapping back at rumors, Offset has always found a way to be part of Cardi's story. But this time, the tone feels different. It feels softer, more respectful. But here's the kicker. Some fans are saying Offset's words could actually help Cardi's album sales. Think about it. A supportive ex-husband who also happens to be a rap superstar giving her free promotion? That's not something you see every day. It adds another layer of intrigue, pulling in not just Cardi's fans but Offset's fan base as well. And family, let's not pretend like hip-hop isn't watching closely. Other artists have taken note too. People in the industry are asking, is Offset trying to reinvent his image? After years of messy headlines, could this be his way of proving he's not the villain people paint him to be? Supporting Cardi instead of competing with her is a bold statement. But let's dig deeper, because there's another angle here. Could Offset's words be a way of saying, I don't want to compete with Cardi because deep down, I know I can't outshine her right now? Remember, Cardi's album has been in the works for years. The expectations are sky high. Offset may know this project is going to dominate the charts, and instead of looking like a jealous ex, he's positioning himself as her biggest cheerleader. And then there's the elephant in the room, their kids. Some fans believe Offset's supportive words aren't just for Cardi, they're for culture and wave. They say Offset knows his kids will see all the headlines one day, and maybe, just maybe, this is his way of making sure they see him showing love to their mom. That's the kind of long-term thinking we rarely see from Offset. Meanwhile, Cardi's fan base, the Bardi gang, is watching carefully. They've been burned before by Offset's antics, and they're not ready to fully embrace this new supportive version of him just yet. One fan tweeted, I don't trust Offset. He's always got an angle. Let's wait and see how long this supportive ex thing lasts. Family, whether this is genuine growth or a publicity move, one thing's for sure. Offset has shifted the energy around Cardi's album. This support could be the very thing that pushes Am I the Drama to even greater heights. But the big question remains, what does Cardi herself truly think about all this? Stay tuned, because we're about to peel back another layer of this tangled story. Family, the music industry is buzzing. Offset's statement didn't just stay on the blogs, it rippled through the entire hip-hop world. Artists, producers, and insiders are now whispering, is Offset really about to flip the script? Because for years, Offset and Cardi's names have been tangled in a messy web of drama. But now, with just one supportive comment, he's shifted the conversation into uncharted territory. Let's be real. Hip-hop thrives on competition. Every rapper wants that #1 spot. Every album drop becomes a battle, and fans eat up the rivalries like fuel for the fire. But here comes Offset saying he doesn't even want to compete with Cardi. That's a rare move, almost unheard of in this cutthroat industry. and that's why everyone is talking. Some insiders are calling it a strategic retreat. They believe Offset knows Cardi is about to drop an album that could dominate not just the charts, but also the cultural conversation. By taking himself out of the race, he avoids the embarrassment of being overshadowed. But instead of silence, he positions himself as a supporter, turning what could have been a loss into a win. But others see something even deeper. What if Offset's words are a subtle jab at all the other rappers? Think about it. By openly supporting Cardi, he's not only elevating her, he's also reminding everyone that his voice still matters. Even though they're no longer together, he's still a player in her story, and the industry has no choice but to acknowledge it. And family, don't forget about the big rivalries in play here. Whenever Cardi drops, Nicki Minaj's name inevitably enters the conversation. The two have been compared for years. Their fan base is locked in constant war. Now imagine Offset throwing his weight behind Cardi. That could indirectly intensify the rivalry, making Cardi's album rollout even more dramatic than it already is. Producers are also paying attention. Word is, some of the people Offset has worked with in the past are also working with Cardi on this album. That overlap could spark future collaborations or potential conflicts behind the scenes. The industry is like a chessboard, and every move has consequences. But what about Offset's own career? That's the million-dollar question. Supporting Cardi might earn him goodwill from fans who have long accused him of being toxic, but will it also put him in the shadows? Some fans argue that Offset is risking his own shine by being so publicly supportive, almost as if he's admitting defeat before the game has even started. Yet others see this as growth. Offset has always been known for his bravado, his confidence, his need to prove he's the best. But maybe this time, he's choosing a different path, one that focuses on unity instead of rivalry. And in a world where toxic masculinity often dominates the rap scene, that shift could make him stand out in a surprising way. Meanwhile, whispers are starting to spread about whether this newfound supportive energy could lead to, wait for it, a reunion track. Imagine the headlines if Offset and Cardi dropped a surprise collaboration. It would send shockwaves through the industry, breaking streaming records overnight. Fans are already speculating, tweeting things like, if Offset and Cardi do a track together for her album, it's over for everyone else. Family? The possibilities are endless. Offset's words might seem simple on the surface, but in the cutthroat world of hip-hop, every sentence carries weight. Is this the start of a new chapter for Offset and Cardi, as co-parents, collaborators, and maybe even friends? Or is it just another carefully crafted moment of PR? Stay tuned, because we're only getting deeper into this tangled web. Family, when Offset said, "That shit hard, she's gonna do her big one too," the internet didn't just clap back, they exploded. Fans flooded Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram with mixed reactions. Some praised Offset for being mature, saying, "This is growth, he's finally showing Cardi the respect she deserves." But others weren't buying it. They saw it as just another chapter in Offset's long saga of trying to keep himself attached to Cardi's shine. One fan wrote, "Offset only said that because he knows Cardi's album will outsell his. He's playing it safe." Another tweeted, "I don't trust this man. He always flips the script. He'll support her today, then troll her tomorrow." That's the tension here. People don't know if this is genuine love or strategic PR. But then came the wildest conspiracy. Some fans started speculating that Offset and Cardi might be planning a secret reunion rollout. They pointed out how unexpected Offset's supportive tone was, almost too perfect. One theory suggests that the two are still tied together behind the scenes, musically, financially, maybe even emotionally, and that Offset's words are the first step toward a joint project. Think about it. Cardi's album is called Am I the Drama? The title alone screams storyline, conflict, headlines. What if Offset is intentionally playing into that theme? What if his public support is actually part of the rollout strategy, keeping fans on their toes, waiting for a bombshell? It wouldn't be the first time a rapper used relationship drama as promo, but the emotional layer here is impossible to ignore. Offset and Cardi's relationship has been messy, full of cheating allegations, public fights, reconciliations, and heartbreak. When Offset says he supports her, Some fans hear a man trying to redeem himself. Maybe it's not about PR at all. Maybe it's about guilt, closure, or even love that never fully went away. Others aren't as forgiving. Some pointed out that when Cardi was pregnant and dealing with stress, Offset was the one adding fuel to the fire with his behavior. So now, hearing him praise her feels like too little, too late. One fan said, "Offset wants credit for being supportive now, but where was this energy when she needed him most?" Still, let's not forget Cardi's position in all this. She's about to drop one of the most highly anticipated albums of the year. And suddenly, her ex, one of the most controversial figures in her personal story, is inserting himself into the conversation. Some fans think this could overshadow her moment, shifting the spotlight back onto their relationship instead of her artistry. But others argue the opposite, that Offset's words actually boosted her rollout. Because let's be honest, Cardi thrives in the drama. Her brand has always been larger than life, unapologetic, and rooted in storytelling. If Offset becomes part of the album's narrative, it only fuels the hype. Whether fans love him or hate him, they're talking, and talking sells records. And family, here's where it gets juicy. Remember when Offset said he didn't want to compete for the #1 spot? Some fans believe that was actually a subtle way of acknowledging Cardi's dominance. It's almost like he bowed out, saying, "You win, I'll just cheer from the sidelines." But what does that do to his image as a rapper? Does it make him look humble or weak? At the end of the day, the emotional roller coaster here is undeniable. Fans are divided, conspiracies are flying, and the industry is watching closely. Offset's words might have sounded supportive, but they've opened a floodgate of speculation, suspicion, and storylines that nobody saw coming. And family, the final chapter of this drama is still ahead, because next, we're diving into what this means for Cardi's legacy and the long game in hip-hop history. Family, here we are, the big picture moment. Offset's unexpected support of Cardi B's upcoming album, Am I the Drama, isn't just a headline, it's a turning point in hip-hop storytelling. This isn't just about music, it's about love, loyalty, betrayal, and the blurred lines between personal lives and public performance. Offset might have shocked fans with his words, but the ripple effects? Oh, they're just beginning. Because here's the truth. Cardi B is standing at a crossroads. This album isn't just her third studio project, it's her statement piece, her declaration, her answer to years of speculation, rumors, and the constant shadow of her marriage with Offset. By naming the album Am I the Drama? Cardi is literally seizing control of the narrative. She's saying, fine, if I'm the drama, then let me be the drama, and let me profit from it. So where does Offset's sudden kindness fit into this? Some argue it humanizes the story. It shows that even in the messiest breakups, there can be respect and admiration. It paints Offset not as the bitter ex, but as the supportive co-parent, cheering on the mother of his children. And in today's culture, where fans are obsessed with healing and growth, that message resonates. But let's be real. Others see this as nothing but a distraction. They say Offset couldn't stand being out of the conversation, so he forced his way back in. And maybe that's true. Maybe this is about ego. Maybe it's about making sure his name is tied to Cardi's headlines. After all, in the music industry, silence can be deadly. Better to be part of the story, even as the ex, than to fade into the background. And family, let's not ignore the elephant in the room: competition. Offset said he doesn't want to compete with Cardi for the #1 spot, but that sentence alone implies he knows how strong her album rollout really is. It's a backhanded compliment wrapped in humility, because if Cardi's album dominates, people will remember that Offset predicted it. He gets to ride the wave without actually being in the race. This leads us to the bigger question: how will fans remember this era? If Am I the Drama delivers, it could cement Cardi as not just a hitmaker, but as one of the defining voices of her generation. And Offset? His supportive words might become a footnote in her legacy, proof that even her doubters couldn't deny her greatness. But if the album falls short, then Offset's words will be twisted. People will say he cursed her, or that his so-called support was really sabotage in disguise. That's the nature of celebrity culture. Every compliment becomes a weapon, every word becomes a headline. And right now, Cardi is playing with fire by letting Offset's voice enter her rollout narrative. Still, let's not forget the fans. They're the heartbeat of this story. And from what we've seen, most are rooting for Cardi. They want to see her win. They want to see her silence the critics. And yes, they want to see her prove that she is bigger than the drama. Whether Offset's support is real or fake, strategic or sincere, the people have already chosen their queen. So as we close this chapter, family, remember this. In hip-hop, nothing is ever just music. Every lyric, every post, every comment is part of a bigger game. Cardi B is stepping into her most dramatic era yet, and Offset, whether he likes it or not, is part of that story. The only question is, will he remain a background character? Or will he find a way to make himself center stage again? And that's where we leave it, for now. Cardi B's Am I the Drama? Is about to shake the culture. Offset's unexpected support has already set the internet ablaze, and fans are left asking, is this growth or is it just another layer of the drama? One thing's for sure. This story isn't over, and when the next twist drops, you know we'll be right here breaking it down for you. Stay tuned, family, because the drama never sleeps.